Ladies and gentlemen, this is Joe's Classic Video Games, back with another cool pinball repair video for you this evening. We are working on this 1976 Bally Freedom pinball machine. We've been doing a bunch of things to it and have filmed a bunch of videos, so if you haven't seen them, you got a lot of catching up to do. But today's video is everybody's favorite. We're going to work on the Playfield a little bit. People like watching these because it's kind of cool to see the thing come back, you know. You see the greatest improvement usually whenever you clean up the Playfield. So we're going to do a little video of that, and we'll show you what we're starting with first. Now, this machine came out in '76. It was sold into somebody's house in 1980. If I was going to guess, it probably hasn't been cleaned since then, but it's in pretty good shape just because it's been in a house. So it's still got a lot of dirt on it. A bunch of the rubber rings have broken, things like that. But we should be able to get it pretty decent. It came out in July of '76 and they sold it in '80. The receipt's actually still in it. So if you want to see more about that, go check out the previous videos. But the apron is in pretty good shape. It has this sticker on it. A lot of times we take those off. I'm going to leave that one on. First, we're just doing this for a customer, so we wouldn't take anything like that off anyways for a customer. But it actually, I grew up right down the road from there, so it's kind of cool. If you look at the bottom part of the Playfield here, there's dirt everywhere. Most of that should clean right up. There's really no wear, though, that I can see. A little bit of wear around the bonus lights. I'm not going to mess with that, man. This thing is it's in such nice original shape. I'm not going to ink that in. Same thing here. I guess I could, you know, I could re-ink some of that black, but whenever they're this decent, I would prefer to just leave them alone, not do anything to them. But down the road, somebody can do it if they want, but just not much wear on it. So the only two things I see that really have wear is there is a trail up here where that saucer kicks the ball out. We're going to wax the hell out of the Playfield to hopefully prevent that from getting any worse. Okay, and then there is some wear on the spinners, but that's just because the ball hits the spinner. I mean, it's metal on metal. You have paint chip away whenever that happens. But a lot of the rings have broken off and stuff. Just needs freshening up. I don't know how long it's been since they've been able to play it. We've got it up and running, but we didn't play it much because there's rings and stuff going off of it. But in my opinion, nice, clean. Well, not clean. When I say clean, I don't mean it doesn't have dirt on it. It clearly has a bunch of dirt on it. I just mean it is capable of being cleaned up, you know. Like, let me show you one. Are you ready to see a train wreck? This is a Flight 2000. This is sitting in our front room. Look at the wear in the middle of the Playfield. So I wouldn't say, well, that's a nice clean one, to, you know. That thing's going to need a lot of work. Coming soon. Stay tuned. But yeah, so I consider this a very nice, clean game once we clean it. I mean, I can just see how it's going to look. It's going to look great. And nice white rings on it. Get the nice wax on it where you can see the light bulbs reflecting off of it. This sucker's going to look sharp. Now, one thing, it has a red skirt, a white skirt, and a yellow skirt on the pop bumpers. I don't know if that's original, so maybe that was replaced at some point. Or maybe it is original. I don't know. It's got one blue pop bumper cap and two red ones. Whatever. So that spinner says 1776 and that one says 1976. Oh, I looked into this too, this kind of weird looking area over here. That's how it's supposed to be. The thing with this machine is they redesigned the bottom of it. If you go look at the flyer, go to Internet Pinball Database and look at the flyer, this whole thing was different. And they redesigned it because people wasn't having it. So I think what I'll do is maybe I'll show you the flyer. So let me show you how it looks now, and then I'll show you the flyer. see they made it much more traditional. Looks like it's going to be a cool game, though. So what I'll do is I'll set up the tripod, and then I'll start taking the stuff off. It comes off really easy. The hard part's cleaning it and putting it back on. But I'll set up the tripod, and we'll start taking it apart, and we'll see how it looks with everything off of it. This is what we're starting with. I don't really see much damage, it's just dirt. No biggie, no biggie. We'll get an interesting look here. That Mylar is factory, and the dirt that's on the playfield is on the Mylar, so I know that Mylar will clean up. We'll just see how much of the playfield will. This game's going to be so cool. Wow, it's going to be cool. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is taking everything off, everything reasonable off. So I didn't take the stand-up switches out. And I'm leaving the light bulbs in because we're cleaning, so you're going to get wax and crap like that all over the light bulbs. So just leave them in and then change them last thing, and that way you don't care if they get wax all over. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to wipe it down with just like some 409, literally, because it's just so filthy. We have to do something to get all this surface dirt off. Normally you wouldn't really want to do that too much because it's a wood playfield, so it'll actually, you might make the wood swell a little bit and stuff, which might crack paint and stuff. But this thing's just so dirty. You got to put some kind of cleaner on it to clean it up. A lot of people use Novus, but I don't know if Novus works on something this filthy. So I'm just going to wipe it down first. So yeah. Okay, so let me clean it off, and then I'll show you how much of it I was able to get off just by a quick rub down, and then we're gonna hit the white with a little bit of a magic eraser to magically erase some of this dirt. So let me clean it off first, and then we'll see what all's left. Okay, so we got just basically all the loose dirt off of it. We're getting a little bit of the shine back already. That's pretty cool. Here's a train in the background. And you can see what I was talking about with the Mylar rings. They cleaned up, but the wood didn't really clean up. So why didn't the wood clean up? Well, plastic cleans easier than wood. But the wood is actually cracked. That tells it perfectly. Look at that. So why are there all these little circular cracks on the wood? It's the ball did that. So as the ball rolls, if it lands on anything, like a little piece of dirt, if there's a little scratch on the ball, it makes these little circular marks in the wood. And so it cuts the wood. And then you see the long kind of cracks in it too that run kind of left or right on your screen there. That's the planking of the wood. So that's just the natural cracking of the wood from its age. So like around this light bulb here, well, you can't see too good there. See like the grain of the wood? That's all cracks. Okay. Okay, so once the ball scratches the wood like that, you get dirt down inside the wood. And so that's what you're seeing there. It's little fine pieces of dirt inside the scratches on the wood. And it's just, ugh, horrible. So as you can see, you know, no amount of cleaning is really going to clean that because it's scratches, it's cuts. So you have to do something a little more aggressive than just cleaning it. So the way that people have figured out to do this is with a magic eraser. So a magic eraser, damn, I don't have one laying here. Magically, there's not one around. Magic eraser is like this really fine foam, and it's literally called magic eraser. You can go buy it at the grocery store because they use it to clean stuff. The reason it works so well is because that foam, I'm not a chemist, but it's like the particles of the foam are so fine that you can't see it with your eye, but they're so fine that they can actually get down inside of those scratches and clean it. And it acts like sandpaper. So you're basically removing a little bit of the surface of the paint and getting down inside of the cracks in the paint and cleaning all that dirt out. So it gets it back to where everything's clean. So then what do? Once you get it where everything's clean, you wax the hell out of it. And we use a really thick Carnauba wax. So and the reason we use that is just because whenever I was younger, we had cars that we were always waxing and stuff, and we just like that thick, really cool, creamy wax. I even like the smell of it. I guess all wax smells good, but you put really thick, in my opinion, Carnauba wax, and it fills all those little cracks. And now when the ball rolls over it, some of those cracks are still there, and it might make new ones, but they don't have dirt in them anymore. They have clear wax in them. So you see the paint color instead of seeing all the dirt. Now you can't get all of it off the playfield, but you can minimize it where it looks a lot better. So we'll get about half of that off. Whenever we're done, see basically the ball has never touched over here because there's a bumper there, and since it's spherical, it can't get close enough to where just the single point that's touching the playfield can get over here because it can't get close enough to the post. So because of that, that part has never had the scratches on it. Okay? So whenever we're done, you will still see that it's darker in this area than in this area, but it won't be this bad. It'll be about half this bad. So it's making it look really bad because I'm so close to it. But you got to remember, when you play it, your eyes would be about right here. So you don't really notice it. However, the dirt's there right now, right? Well, if you can clean that, get it looking better, even when you're looking from up here, it'll even look better, you know? So that's what we're going for. So we're just trying to clean all that up. So if you on our website, if you go to lionsarcade.com, we have a new page at the top. On our website, we have all of the games that we're selling, like our video games and our arcade games and our pinball machines and jukeboxes and stuff. And we always have a dozen or two in. But we also have a parts page now. So if you go click that, we have links to like the wax that we like to use and stuff like that. You can check out the stuff that we like to use, and it'll have links to it on Amazon and stuff like that, so you can go pick it up if you want. And if you buy anything from Amazon after clicking one of those links, it gives us a tip. So we appreciate everybody that's been doing that. We also have like our t-shirts and coffee mugs and stuff with our shop logo on it on there. So check that out while you got a chance. But next thing I want to do is hit it with the magic eraser. So I'll set up the tripod so you can see it. Since we've been showing this area, I'll show you what all the magic eraser accomplishes and just how much of it gets off. I'm guessing it'll get about half of that out. But we'll see. Okay, so we use the magic eraser all over. You can see it looks much better. It's got more of a cream look to it. But at the same time, you can also see that it didn't get rid of all of it. Now also, I want to show you where I was just doing it. If you look carefully, right through here and right through here, the paint is thinner now because that stuff literally is sandpaper. So you got to you can't go crazy with it. That's why you have to leave about half of the dirt in there, because if I kept rubbing, that would have revealed bare wood. We're already through the paint, and that white that you're starting to see is probably either the primer or whatever. I don't know if they have primer. Maybe they have an undercoat of something. I don't know, but you're basically through your pigment. You're starting to go through it, you know. So you have to leave a lot of it. So like this, it's getting left like that. But again, you know, from playing position, you can't even tell. It looks great. So it looks a heck of a lot cleaner. And we haven't waxed it yet. Wax is actually a cleaner too. So that will make it even a little bit better. And it has the added benefit of getting it nice and shiny, and it protects it. So I think we're already much, 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 much better. So next step is let's wax it. Okay, folks, so this is how it turned out. Looking good, nice and clean, I think. You can see how the wear is still there, but it's much more minimal since we scrubbed it. And the wear on the black and the wheel is just not quite enough to touch up. If you touch it up, you got to, you know, clear coat that whole area and everything. The spinners came out good. Little bullseye, the famous Bally bullseye drop targets came out good. I like it. So, that's where we're at. So in our next video, we're going to have to try to troubleshoot it and play it and see what it's doing and what it ain't doing and what's the problem. Who dat? Why is it doing this? So join us next time for that. But I think the Playfield came out pretty nice. So what we've got left is we have to actually fix it, and we have to work on that back glass a little bit. And then we have to play it. So join us for that. So leave your comments below. Let us know what you think so far. Isn't that weird how that area over there works? But, it's just how they designed it. Give us a thumbs up for taking the trouble to film it for you. Leave your comments down below. And we'd like to thank everybody that's been checking out our Amazon links. If you don't know about that, if you're going to buy anything on Amazon, if you click our link before you go there, it gives us a little tip, piece of whatever you buy. So we appreciate that. And we also have a new parts page on our website. Go to lionsarcade.com. We have all of our arcade games that we have for sale listed on there. But we also have a parts page at the top that shows like all of the stuff that we use whenever we repair stuff, like the wax that we used in this video, stuff like that. Just our favorite things. So you can go there and check out those links. And also our t-shirts and hoodies and mugs and all that's on there. So go check that out if you're interested in that kind of stuff. And also, last but not least, make sure to check out my brother Donnie, which is my brother's channel here on YouTube. I make special guest appearances on about half the videos. So if you like our style of humor, and who doesn't, check out my brother Donnie. He's even crazier than I am. So we appreciate you hanging out with us, and make sure to check out his channel, and we will see you next time. This is Bally's Freedom.